Christina Ennis, and we are here today at the Mineral Resources Review podcast. Today we're sponsored by Calibre Mining and powered by Field Force Winds. And I have the pleasure of being joined this afternoon by John Lidstone. John is a technical coordinator and EIT with Atlantic XL and Additive XL based here in St. John's. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
First time on the podcast?
It is.
Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. So John, kick us off. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and about your background?
Sure, yeah. So as you mentioned, I'm the technical coordinator of additive manufacturing at Atlantic XL. So I get to do a lot of the design work, operate a lot of the equipment, maintain all the equipment, write all the procedures. I wear a lot of hats, essentially. I graduated mechanical engineering here at MUN in 2022 and have been working at Additive XL ever since.
Awesome. So I'm gonna, before I come back to Additive XL and kind of why we're here at the Mineral Resources Review,
Sure.
So you did the engineering program here at MUN?
Yes, I did.
Awesome. And that is a co-op program, right?
That is.
Awesome. Can you tell me a little bit about, so I did a co-op program at MUN as well. I did commerce. I love asking folks who did the co-op programs why they chose to do a co-op program.
Right.
What did you enjoy about it?
Well, I think it's really important, especially in engineering, to get that work experience up front and A, figure out what you want to do and what you don't want to do, and B, make those connections early on in your career, so that just getting to know people is so important, especially here locally. So that was definitely the biggest thing I got out of it.
Did you get to do all of your work terms here in Newfoundland, or did you?
I did. I chose to do all of them here in Newfoundland, and my last one was actually with Atlantic XL, right at the start of the project, and that got me my current position. So,
great.
Very good.
So, if there's any young folks out there, first of all, the mining sector is ripe with opportunities, but the co-op programs that we have here at our educational institutions have work opportunities in this sector too, and those often lead to full-time employment. It did for me after graduation. Did for you after graduation?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. So between starting working with Atlantic XL, Additive XL in 2022 to now, it is November 2024. We are at the Mineral Resources Review. What brings you here to this show?
Well, we just opened our doors pretty recently in January, and so right now we're just trying to basically inform the local industry that A, we exist, B, why additive manufacturing is good for the local supply chain and dealing with obsolescence here locally, and it's it's a great opportunity to meet people in the industry. You never know who you meet and how important there will be in say future endeavors, even in your professional career.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you say additive manufacturing. For those who might not know what additive manufacturing is, and you told me you do some tours at the Co-Innovation Center, so you've probably explained this to folks before. What is additive manufacturing?
Sure. So in a nutshell, I'll go over our specific technology. So we use essentially a laser to selectively sinter powder in a shape that we pre-program into the machine, so that we can produce very complex geometry without much extra costs. Generally, with subtractive manufacturing or traditional manufacturing, the more complex a part, the more it's going to cost to produce. With additive manufacturing, it's not quite the same way.
Right.
It also helps us, produce say obsolete components, say a cast part that you just can't get anymore and just doesn't exist. You can re-engineer it and print it using 3D printing and low run for very economical cost.
Right. So if folks have a need for a part and they're not sure if this would be a good fit for Additive XL, they could contact you folks and kind of investigate whether you can help them or not, right?
Yes. Yeah. So a lot of the times we'll receive a request for information, and they'll have an idea in their mind. Maybe they'll have a napkin drawing, and we can kind of work with them and try to develop that idea a bit more, or go to their site and figure out what they're actually talking about, if it would fit in our build volume, or if it makes sense to do in a different manufacturing method.
Awesome. That's pretty neat. John, can you tell me a little bit about what events like this bring to the company, or to yourself as an engineer in training, as an EIT? Why is it great to be at these sorts of things?
Well, yeah. So again, we have an exhibition booth just down the hall, and so we've had, at least 100 people come by, just wanting to see what we're about, what to do, or what we do, and some of them, had never even knew that this technology existed at all.
Right.
And now they know that it's here locally, and that they can avail of it. Right. So we've gotten a number of follow-up leads after this, exhibition that we're going to pursue and see what we can do, and really try and push the technology here locally, and really try and help that supply chain issues that we everyone kind of knows about.
It's interesting when it comes to conferences and events. Some folks feel like they might not have time, but do you have time not to? Really, there are real tangible business opportunities and relationships that are forged at events like this. And as someone kind of more early in their career, getting the opportunity to have that face time with leaders in the sector, and they're really in the mindset to be connecting with folks, and it's just beneficial overall for folks to be here.
Absolutely. And you'd be surprised how little of a conversation you need to have with somebody for them to recognize you at a different conference.
Absolutely.
Or at a different location. Say, oh yes, I remember you worked with so and so, and
yep.
It's a small world here in Newfoundland, and meeting people is really important.
And you know what? You leave Newfoundland and you run into Newfoundlanders or people who worked in Newfoundland and had a great experience, and then you have an instant connection, and
absolutely,
it's all hunky-dory from there.
Yes.
John, is there anything you'd like to add before we clue out that we didn't get to touch on, or that you'd like folks to know about either the company or about the technology that you guys have?
I guess just the biggest thing is that we're always open to give tours at the Co-Innovation Center. It's a co-working space. It's a technology development space. We're
right.
Always wanting to share that what we do, how the technology works, and how we can help people here locally through these tours and through these outreach events. So just if anyone ever wanted to reach out, we're more than happy to walk you through.
And John and Pascal will give you a tour.
Yes.
Show you how it all works.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So before I let you go, John, I have a gift for you. This is a prospector mug from Caliber Valentine Gold Mine. They are expecting first gold next year, which is super cool. So this is for you to take home. Thanks so much for joining me, and stay tuned, folks, for more from the Mineral Resources Review.